Entering the world of Get Sleepy Cozy feels like stepping into a realm of tranquility and warmth. Here, time flows gently like a small stream in the deep woods, softly and quietly. Every chilly morning sunbeam is welcomed by the warmth of soft knit blankets and the gentle aroma of tea. It's not just a stop on a journey here. It's a sanctuary for the soul, where you can immerse yourself in soothing memories or dreams. The distant lapping of waves, the gentle caress of the wind on your skin, or the chirping of birds in the serene landscape, all combine to create a truly unique and relaxing atmosphere. With captivating stories and soothing voices, Get Sleepy Cozy is not just about sleep. It's about relaxation and completeness. Join us in exploring and savoring every moment of life as you step into this world where worries fade away, leaving only joy and tranquility. Welcome to Get Sleepy Cozy, where sleep becomes a memorable adventure. Echo's Voice, Chapter 1. The gift of Echo in a picturesque village, cradled by the gentle embrace of nature's bounty, resided a girl named Elara. Her presence was as soft as the flutter of a butterfly's wings, her voice a mere whisper amidst the rustling leaves of the whispering woods. Elara found solace in the harmony of the natural world, where the symphony of life played out in gentle whispers and murmurs. One fateful day, as Elara meandered through the whispering woods, her heart opened to the secrets whispered by the ancient trees. She stumbled upon a hidden glade. Bathed in a soft ethereal glow, stood a figure cloaked in mist, Echo, the nymph of sound. Echo's presence emanated a sense of otherworldly enchantment, her form weaving seamlessly with the shifting shadows of the forest. Her eyes held the wisdom of ages past, and her voice echoed with the melody of distant whispers. Entranced by the nymph's mystical aura, Elara approached with cautious curiosity, her senses tingling with anticipation. What secrets did this enigmatic being hold within the depths of her ethereal embrace? Echo regarded Elara with a knowing smile, her voice a gentle breeze that stirred the air around them. "Greetings, child of the earth," she murmured, her words carrying a hint of reverence. "What brings you to this sacred grove?" Elara hesitated, her gaze flickering between the nymph's piercing eyes and the shifting shadows that danced around them. "I seek guidance," she whispered, her voice barely audible above the gentle rustle of leaves. Echo's smile deepened, a ripple of understanding passing through her translucent form. "Guidance, you say? And what is it that troubles your heart, child?" As Elara poured forth her hopes and fears, her dreams and desires, Echo listened with unwavering attention, her presence a comforting anchor amidst the swirling currents of uncertainty. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of crimson and gold, a bond formed between them, a bond forged in the sacred silence of the whispering woods. Thus began Elara's journey into the realm of echoes, where the boundaries between sound and silence blurred, and the mysteries of the universe unfolded in wondrous harmony. And little did she know, this encounter would mark the beginning of an odyssey that would shape the very fabric of her destiny. Enthralled by the enigmatic presence of Echo, Elara found herself drawn deeper into the heart of the whispering woods. The ancient trees swayed in silent reverence, their branches reaching out like gnarled fingers towards the heavens above. Shadows danced across the forest floor, casting an ever-shifting tapestry of light and darkness. As they wandered through the sacred grove, Echo's voice resonated like a gentle melody, weaving through the air with an ethereal grace. Her words carried the weight of centuries past, each syllable imbued with the wisdom of ages long forgotten. Listen closely, child, Echo murmured, her voice a soft caress against Ilara's ears, for I have a gift to bestow upon you, a gift that shall grant you mastery over the voices of the world. Ilara's heart fluttered with anticipation, her breath catching in her throat at the prospect of such power. She had always been captivated by the myriad sounds of the natural world, from the trill of songbirds to the roar of distant thunder. To wield such control over the very essence of sound was a dream beyond her wildest imaginings. With trembling hands, Ilara reached out towards Echo, her eyes alight with newfound resolve. I accept your gift, noble nymph, she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. And in that moment, a surge of energy coursed through Ilara's veins, her senses tingling with the raw power of the cosmos. She felt as though she had become one with the very essence of sound itself, her being suffused with the harmonious symphony of creation. But as the last echoes of Echo's revelation faded into the ether, a sense of unease stirred within Ilara's soul. For with great power came great responsibility, and she knew that the path ahead would be fraught with peril and temptation. Yet, despite her apprehension, Ilara could not deny the thrill of excitement that coursed through her veins. With Echo's gift at her command, she felt as though she could conquer the world itself, her spirit soaring on the wings of newfound freedom. Little did she know, however, that the true test of her mettle had only just begun. For in the depths of the whispering woods, shadows stirred and whispers lingered, beckoning her towards a destiny beyond her wildest imaginings. And as she ventured forth into the unknown, Ilara knew that her journey had only just begun. With trembling hands and a heart full of anticipation, Ilara accepted Echo's gift, feeling the surge of power coursing through her veins like a river of molten light. It was a moment of transcendence, a fleeting glimpse into the boundless depths of the universe. Yet, even as she basked in the glory of her newfound abilities, a sense of unease gnawed at the edges of her consciousness. For with every gift came a price, and Ilara sensed that the cost of Echo's blessing would be steep indeed. As the last echoes of Echo's revelation faded into the ether, Ilara felt a strange sensation wash over her, a sensation akin to the soft caress of a gentle breeze. It was as though a part of her very being had been woven into the fabric of the universe, lost amidst a symphony of sound that now flowed through her veins. And then, in an instant, she realized the true nature of Echo's gift. For with the power to command the voices of the world came the loss of her own. Her voice, once a whisper in the wind, had been silenced, replaced by the echoes of 1,000 souls. At first, Ilara was filled with a sense of wonder and awe, marveling at the kaleidoscope of sounds that danced within her mind. She mimicked the songs of birds, the roar of mighty beasts, the laughter of children at play. Each sound was a testament to the boundless beauty of the world, a symphony of life that echoed through the halls of eternity. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Ilara began to feel a growing sense of emptiness gnawing at her soul. It was as though a part of her had been lost amidst the cacophony of voices that now resided within her, drowned out by the echoes of 1,000 others. No longer was she the shy girl who had once found solace in the quiet embrace of nature's bounty. Now, she was a vessel for the voices of the world, a conduit through which the echoes of the past flowed like rivers of memory. And as she gazed upon her reflection in the still waters of a nearby stream, Ilara realized that she had become something more, something both wondrous and terrible, a living testament to the power of sound and silence. Yet deep within her heart, she knew that Echo's gift came with a price, a burden that she alone must bear. For to wield such power was to court temptation, to dance upon the precipice of oblivion. And Ilara knew that her journey had only just begun. As Ilara wandered deeper into the heart of the whispering woods, Echo's ethereal presence lingered like a phantom in the air, her voice a gentle whisper that stirred the very depths of Ilara's soul. It was as though the nymph of sound was guiding her towards a truth that lay hidden amidst the shifting shadows and murmuring winds. And then, as they reached the heart of the sacred grove, Echo turned to face Ilara, her eyes alight with ancient wisdom. "Listen closely, child," she murmured, her voice a soft caress against the stillness of the forest, "for there is much that you have yet to learn about the gift that I have bestowed upon you." Ilara's heart skipped a beat, her senses tingling with anticipation. What secrets did Echo hold within the depths of her mysterious gaze? What truths awaited her amidst the swirling mists of the whispering woods? With bated breath, Ilara listened as Echo spoke of the true nature of her gift, a power that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding, a gift that came with a price beyond measure. To replicate any sound or voice, Echo whispered, her voice barely more than a sigh in the wind, "You must sacrifice your own." Bewildered, Ilara grappled with the weight of Echo's revelation. It was a truth that struck at the very core of her being, a revelation that threatened to unravel the fabric of her existence. For to lose one's voice was to lose a part of oneself, a part of one's identity that could never be reclaimed. And yet, amidst the echoes of 1,000 voices that now resided within her, Ilara found herself torn between the allure of power and the sanctity of her own soul. As she stood amidst the shifting shadows of the whispering woods, Ilara felt a sense of uncertainty wash over her, uncertainty about the path that lay ahead, uncertainty about the choices that she would be forced to make. But deep within her heart, she knew that there was no turning back. For the gift that Echo had bestowed upon her was both a blessing and a curse, a burden that she alone must bear. And as the last echoes of Echo's revelation faded into the ether, Ilara knew that her journey had only just begun. For the road ahead was fraught with peril and temptation, and she would need all of her courage and strength to navigate the treacherous waters that lay ahead. Unable to resist the tantalizing allure of her newfound gift, Ilara succumbed to temptation and began to experiment with her abilities. With each whispered command, she found herself immersed in a world of sound and sensation, her mind ablaze with the echoes of 1,000 voices. In the quiet solitude of the whispering woods, Ilara tested the limits of her power, marveling as she effortlessly mimicked the songs of birds and the laughter of children. Each sound was a testament to the boundless potential of her gift, a symphony of life that echoed through the vast expanse of the forest. Yet beneath the surface, a sense of emptiness gnawed at Ilara's soul, a lingering reminder of the price that she had paid for her newfound abilities. With every voice that she replicated, she felt a part of herself slipping away, lost amidst the cacophony of sound that now consumed her. And as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Ilara found herself consumed by the insatiable hunger for more and more voices, more sounds, more echoes of a world that lay beyond her grasp. It was a hunger that could never be sated, a thirst that could never be quenched. But amidst the swirling maelstrom of sound and sensation, Ilara could not shake the feeling that something was amiss, that she was treading upon dangerous ground, teetering on the precipice of oblivion. For with every echo that she conjured forth, she felt a piece of herself slipping away, lost amidst the vast expanse of sound that now surrounded her. And as she gazed upon the reflection of her own eyes in the still waters of a nearby stream, Ilara knew that she was standing upon the brink of a precipice that threatened to consume her whole. Yet, despite the growing sense of unease that gnawed at her soul, Ilara could not bring herself to turn away from the allure of her gift, for within the echoes of the world lay the promise of something greater, something beyond her wildest dreams. And so, with a heavy heart and a sense of trepidation, Elira plunged deeper into the swirling depths of sound and sensation, heedless of the dangers that lay ahead. For the power that she wielded was both a blessing and a curse, a double-edged sword that could cut both ways. And as she journeyed forth into the unknown, Elira knew that her fate was inexorably intertwined with the echoes of the world, bound together in a symphony of sound and silence that echoed throughout the ages. As Elira continued to wield Echo's gift, she found herself grappling with a profound sense of unease, a nagging doubt that lingered at the edges of her consciousness like a shadow in the night. For with each passing day, she felt herself slipping further and further away from the person she once was, lost amidst the echoes of 1,000 voices. It was a realization that struck her to the core. The true cost of Echo's gift, to replicate any sound or voice, was to sacrifice a part of herself, to relinquish her own identity in exchange for the fleeting allure of power. And as she stared into the depths of her own reflection, Elira knew that she could not continue down this path indefinitely, for the echoes of the world threatened to consume her whole, leaving nothing behind but a hollow shell of the person she once was. With a heavy heart and a sense of resignation, Elira knew that she had no choice but to reclaim her voice, to embark on a journey of self-discovery that would lead her back to the person she had once been. But the road ahead would not be easy, for the echoes of the world still beckoned to her, their seductive whispers luring her towards the brink of oblivion. It would take all of her strength and courage to resist their call, to find her way back to herself amidst the swirling currents of sound and sensation. And so, with a newfound sense of purpose burning bright within her heart, Elira set out into the world once more, her eyes fixed upon the horizon, her resolve unwavering, for she knew that the journey ahead would be long and arduous, but she also knew that it was a journey that she must undertake. For to lose oneself amidst the echoes of the world was a fate worse than death, and Elira was determined to reclaim her voice, to reclaim her identity, no matter the cost. And as she ventured forth into the unknown, she knew that her destiny awaited her, a beacon of hope shining bright amidst the darkness of the unknown. Chapter 2. The Temptation of Voices. Drawn by the irresistible allure of her newfound power, Elira ventured deeper into the woods, her footsteps guided by the siren call of the echoing voices that beckoned to her from the depths of the forest. The verdant canopy above cast dappled shadows upon the forest floor, the sunlight filtering through the rustling leaves in a mesmerizing dance. Yet amidst the tranquil beauty of the whispering woods, Elira sensed an undercurrent of temptation, a subtle whisper that tugged at the corners of her consciousness. With each step she took, the voices grew louder, their haunting melodies weaving through the air like tendrils of smoke. They called to her in sweet, dulcet tones, promising her untold wonders and pleasures beyond imagination. Unable to resist their allure, Elira quickened her pace, her heart pounding with anticipation as she followed the sound of the echoing voices deeper into the heart of the forest. It was as though she was being drawn towards some unseen destination, her destiny intertwined with the echoes of the world. And as she ventured forth into the unknown, Elira knew that she was treading upon dangerous ground, for the whispers that beckoned to her were not born of pure intent, but rather of a darker, more insidious desire, a desire to ensnare her in their web of deceit and manipulation. Yet, despite the growing sense of unease that gnawed at her soul, Elira could not bring herself to turn back, for the allure of the echoing voices was too powerful to resist, their promise of endless power and pleasure too tantalizing to ignore. And so, with a heart heavy with trepidation, Elira plunged deeper into the swirling depths of the forest, heedless of the dangers that lay ahead, for she knew that the road she walked was fraught with peril and temptation, and that only by confronting the echoes of her own desires could she hope to find her way back to herself. As Ilara delved deeper into the heart of the forest, she found herself ensnared in a labyrinth of shadows and whispers, her senses assaulted by the beguiling allure of the echoing voices that surrounded her. Amidst the shifting shadows, Ilara's heart quickened as she caught glimpses of familiar faces, the faces of her loved ones, their features illuminated by the soft glow of moonlight filtering through the dense canopy above. Their voices, sweet and melodious, called out to her in a symphony of longing and desire, their words weaving a tapestry of lies and deceit. Unable to resist their call, Ilara reached out towards the marriages of her loved ones, her heart filled with longing and desperation. But with each replication, she felt a piece of herself slipping away, lost amidst the echoes of 1,000 others. It was a dance of deception, a cruel trick played upon her by the echoes of the world. For the voices that called out to her were not born of pure intent, but rather of a darker, more insidious desire. A desire to ensnare her in their web of deceit and manipulation. Yet, despite the growing sense of unease that gnawed at her soul, Ilara could not bring herself to turn away, for the mirages of her loved ones were too powerful to resist, their promise of reunion and companionship too tantalizing to ignore. And so, with a heavy heart and a sense of resignation, Ilara continued to follow the echoing voices deeper into the heart of the forest, heedless of the dangers that lay ahead, for she knew that the road she walked was fraught with peril and temptation, and that only by confronting the echoes of her own desires could she hope to find her way back to herself. As Ilara journeyed deeper into the heart of the forest, the echoes of her past whispered haunting melodies in her ears, their words weaving a tangled web of memories and emotions that threatened to engulf her whole. Haunted by the echoes of her own thoughts and desires, Ilara found herself lost amidst a labyrinth of voices, unable to distinguish between truth and illusion. The whispers that surrounded her seemed to come from all directions at once, their words echoing off the ancient trees and bouncing back to her in a cacophony of sound and sensation. With each step she took, the voices grew louder, their haunting melodies echoing in her mind like a chorus of lost souls crying out for redemption. It was as though she had become trapped in a nightmare from which there was no escape, her senses overwhelmed by the relentless onslaught of sound and sensation. And as she stumbled blindly through the darkness, Ilara felt a sense of despair creeping into her heart. For how could she hope to find her way back to herself amidst the swirling chaos of the forest, lost amidst the echoes of her own desires? But deep within her soul, a flicker of hope remained, a spark of light amidst the darkness, for she knew that the road ahead would be fraught with peril and temptation. But she also knew that she could not give up hope, for only by confronting the echoes of her past could she hope to find her way back to herself and reclaim the voice that had been lost amidst the cacophony of sound and sensation. And so, with a newfound sense of determination burning bright within her heart, Ilara pressed onward into the heart of the forest, her resolve unwavering, for she knew that the journey ahead would be long and arduous. But she also knew that it was a journey that she must undertake, for to lose oneself amidst the echoes of the past was a fate worse than death, and Ilara was determined to reclaim her voice and her identity, no matter the cost. Amidst the swirling cacophony of voices that echoed through the forest, Ilara's ears caught a faint cry, a voice unlike any other. It pierced through the tumultuous symphony like a beacon of light in the darkness, igniting a spark of hope within her weary heart. Desperate to break free from the suffocating embrace of the echoing voices, Alara turned towards the sound, her steps guided by a sense of urgency and determination. Ignoring the whispers that beckoned her back, she pressed forward, her resolve unyielding. With each passing moment, the cry grew louder, its haunting melody reverberating through the dense undergrowth like a mournful lament. And as Alara drew closer, she felt a sense of anticipation building within her, a flicker of hope burning bright amidst the darkness. And then, at long last, she emerged into a clearing bathed in soft moonlight, her eyes widening in wonder as she beheld the source of the cry before her. It was a figure unlike any other, a spirit trapped amidst the swirling mists of the forest, its form flickering like a flame in the wind. With trembling hands, Alara reached out towards the spirit, her heart overflowing with compassion and empathy. "Fear not, lost soul," she whispered, her voice a gentle caress against the stillness of the night, "for I am here to set you free." And as she spoke, a sense of peace washed over the spirit, its ethereal form shimmering with newfound strength and resolve. With a grateful smile, it reached out towards Alara, its touch as light as a feather upon her skin. Together, they ventured forth into the heart of the forest, their spirits entwined in a bond forged amidst the swirling currents of sound and sensation. And as they journeyed onward, guided by the light of hope and compassion, Alara knew that she had found her purpose: to help those lost amidst the echoes of the world find their way back to themselves and reclaim the voices that had been silenced by the passage of time. At the heart of the woods, where the shadows danced in silent reverence and the whispers of the trees held court, Alara discovered the source of the haunting cry. It emanated from a trapped spirit, ensnared by the echoes of its own despair, its ethereal form flickering like a dying flame amidst the swirling mists of the forest. Moved by compassion and guided by the light of empathy, Alara approached the spirit, her heart overflowing with a sense of purpose and determination. She could feel the weight of its anguish pressing down upon her soul, a burden too heavy for any one spirit to bear alone. With gentle hands and a voice like the soft caress of a summer breeze, Alara reached out towards the trapped spirit, her touch imbued with the warmth of compassion and understanding. "Fear not, lost soul," she murmured, her words a soothing melody amidst the cacophony of the forest, "for I am here to set you free." And as she spoke, a sense of peace washed over the spirit, its flickering form shimmering with newfound strength and resolve. With a grateful smile, it reached out towards Alara, its touch as light as a feather upon her skin. Together, they worked in harmony, their spirits entwined in a symphony of hope and redemption. With each whispered command, Alara wove a tapestry of sound and sensation, unraveling the tangled web of echoes that ensnared the spirit and bound it to its prison. And as the last echoes of the false symphony faded into the ether, the spirit's ethereal form shimmered with renewed vitality, its eyes alight with the fire of freedom. With a grateful smile, it turned towards Alara, a silent testament to the power of compassion and empathy. With a sense of fulfillment and purpose burning bright within her heart, Alara watched as the spirit faded into the swirling mists of the forest, its essence merging with the very fabric of the world. And as she stood amidst the shifting shadows and murmuring winds, she knew that she had found her calling, to help those lost amidst the echoes of the world find their way back to themselves and reclaim the voices that had been silenced by the passage of time. And so, with a renewed sense of purpose and determination, Alara ventured forth into the unknown, her spirit ablaze with the light of hope and compassion. For she knew that the road ahead would be long and arduous, but she also knew that it was a journey worth undertaking. For to help those lost amidst the echoes of the world find their way back to themselves was a noble endeavor indeed. and Elara was determined to see it through to the end. As Elara freed the spirit from its torment, a sense of peace settled over the forest, the echoes of its cries fading into the ether like whispers on the wind. And amidst the tranquil beauty of the woods, Echo appeared once more, her form bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, her eyes tinged with sorrow. "Beware the allure of voices," she cautioned, her voice a gentle breeze that stirred the leaves, "for they might lead you astray, luring you into the depths of darkness with promises of power and pleasure." Elara listened intently, her heart heavy with the weight of Echo's warning, for she knew all too well the seductive pull of the echoing voices that whispered sweet promises in her ear, tempting her with the promise of endless possibilities. Yet, despite the temptation that lay before her, Elara remained steadfast in her resolve, for she had seen firsthand the dangers that lurked amidst the shadows of the forest, and she knew that she could not allow herself to be swayed by their siren call. With a sense of determination burning bright within her heart, Elara turned towards Echo, her eyes alight with conviction. "I will heed your warning, noble nymph," she vowed, her voice steady despite the tumultuous emotions that raged within her soul. "And I will not allow myself to be led astray by the false promises of the echoing voices." Echo nodded in approval, her sorrowful gaze softening with a glimmer of hope. Your resolve remains strong, child of the earth," she murmured, her voice a gentle melody that echoed through the forest. "For the road ahead will be fraught with peril and temptation, and you will need all of your courage and strength to resist the allure of voices." With a final nod of farewell, Echo faded into the shadows of the forest, her form merging with the swirling mists of the night. And as Elara watched her departure, a sense of determination welled up within her, her spirit ablaze with the light of resolve, for she knew that the journey ahead would be long and arduous, filled with trials and tribulations beyond imagining. But she also knew that she was not alone, that Echo's words would guide her on her path, and that as long as she remained true to herself, she would find her way back to the light. Chapter 3. The harmony of self with Echo's solemn warning echoing in her ears like a haunting refrain. Elara embarked on a journey of introspection, her heart heavy with the weight of her own doubts and fears, for she knew that to reclaim the voice she had lost amidst the echoes, she must first confront the shadows that lingered within her own soul. In the quiet solitude of the forest, Elara saw solace amidst the rustling leaves and murmuring winds, her thoughts consumed by the echoes of her past. With each step she took, she delved deeper into the labyrinth of her own mind, seeking to unravel the tangled web of emotions that threatened to consume her whole. As she wandered through the shifting shadows of the forest, Elara found herself confronted by visions of her past, memories of laughter and tears, joy and sorrow, love and loss. Each image was a mirror, reflecting back the depths of her own soul, forcing her to confront the truth that lay hidden within. With trembling hands and a heart heavy with emotion, Elara gazed into the depths of her own reflection, her eyes searching for answers amidst the swirling mists of uncertainty. And as she peered into the abyss of her own soul, she saw glimpses of the person she had once been, a shy girl, lost amidst the echoes of the world, struggling to find her place in a world that seemed intent on drowning out her voice. But amidst the shadows of her past, Elara also saw glimpses of the person she could become, a beacon of light amidst the darkness, a voice of hope and compassion in a world plagued by doubt and despair. And with each passing moment, she felt a sense of clarity wash over her, her doubts and fears melting away like snow in the warmth of the sun. For she knew that the journey ahead would not be easy, that the road to self-discovery was fraught with peril and uncertainty. But she also knew that she was not alone, that Echo's words would guide her on her path, and that as long as she remained true to herself, she would find her way back to the light, with a renewed sense of purpose burning bright within her heart. Alara continued on her journey, her spirit ablaze with the light of hope and determination, for she knew that the road ahead would be long and arduous, but she also knew that it was a journey worth undertaking. For to reclaim the voice she had lost amidst the echoes was to reclaim her own identity, to find harmony within herself amidst the chaos of the world. Guided by the wisdom of the ancients and driven by the fervor of her own quest, Alara embarked on a journey to seek out the oracle of self. Legends spoke of the sage who dwelled atop the highest peak, where the echoes of the world faded into silence, and it was there that Alara knew she would find the answers she sought. With each step she took, Alara felt the weight of her purpose pressing down upon her heart beating in time with the rhythm of her footsteps. The path ahead was treacherous, winding its way through dense forests and towering mountains, yet she pressed onward, her resolve unwavering. As she climbed higher and higher, the air grew thin and cold, the world around her fading into a haze of mist and shadow. Yet amidst the swirling mists, Alara felt a sense of clarity wash over her, her doubts and fears melting away like snow in the warmth of the sun. And then, at long last, she reached the summit of the highest peak, her eyes widening in wonder as she beheld the sight before her. There, amidst the swirling mists and shifting shadows, stood the oracle of self, a figure shrouded in mystery and wisdom, their eyes alight with the fire of knowledge. With trembling hands and a heart full of anticipation, Alara approached the sage, her voice barely more than a whisper in the stillness of the mountain. "I seek guidance," she murmured, her words carried away on the wind. "I seek to reclaim the voice I have lost amidst the echoes, to find harmony within myself amidst the chaos of the world." The oracle regarded her with a gaze that seemed to pierce straight through to her soul, their voice a soft melody that echoed in the silence. "You have come seeking answers, child of the earth," they intoned, their words heavy with the weight of ancient wisdom. "But the path to self-discovery is not an easy one, and the answers you seek might not be what you expect." And with that, the oracle began to speak of trials and tribulations, of challenges and triumphs, of the eternal struggle to find balance within oneself amidst the chaos of the world. Their words were a symphony of truth and enlightenment, guiding Alara on her journey towards self-discovery. As she listened to the sage's words, Alara felt a sense of peace wash over her doubts and fears melting away like snow in the warmth of the sun. For she knew that she was not alone, that the oracle's guidance would light her path through the darkness, and that as long as she remained true to herself, she would find her way back to the light, with a renewed sense of purpose burning bright within her heart. Alara thanked the oracle for their wisdom, her spirit ablaze with the light of hope and determination, for she knew that the road ahead would be long and arduous, but she also knew that it was a journey worth undertaking. For to reclaim the voice she had lost amidst the echoes was to reclaim her own identity, to find harmony within herself amidst the chaos of the world. Amidst the swirling mists and shifting shadows, Alara embarked on a journey of self-discovery, guided by the wisdom of the oracle and fueled by the fire of her own determination. Yet the road ahead was fraught with trials and tribulations, challenges that tested her resolve and pushed her to the very limits of her strength. As she ventured forth into the unknown, Alara found herself confronted by her deepest fears and insecurities, the echoes of her past haunting her every step. Yet with each trial she faced, she found within herself a strength she never knew she possessed, a resilience born of adversity and tempered by the fires of self-discovery. Through the darkest depths of the forest and the highest peaks of the mountains, Elara journeyed, her spirit ablaze with the light of hope and determination, and with each passing moment, she felt herself growing stronger, her doubts and fears melting away like snow in the warmth of the sun. And then, amidst the swirling mists of the mountain, Elara encountered a reflection of herself, a mirror image of the person she had once been, lost amidst the echoes of the world. Yet instead of turning away, she embraced her reflection, her heart filled with compassion and understanding, for she knew that the journey to self-acceptance was not an easy one, that it required her to confront her fears and insecurities head-on, to embrace her true self beneath the mask of mimicry. And as she looked into the eyes of her reflection, she saw glimpses of the person she had become, a beacon of light amidst the darkness, a voice of hope and compassion in a world plagued by doubt and despair. With a sense of acceptance burning bright within her heart, Elara continued on her journey, her spirit renewed and her resolve unwavering, for she knew that the road ahead would be long and arduous. But she also knew that it was a journey worth undertaking, for to embrace her true self was to reclaim the voice she had lost amidst the echoes, to find harmony within herself amidst the chaos of the world. And as she ventured forth into the unknown, guided by the light of hope and determination, Elara knew that she was not alone, for the echoes of the past might linger in the shadows, but they could never drown out the song of her true self, a melody that echoed through the ages and resonated in the hearts of all who dared to listen. At long last, after a journey fraught with trials and self-discovery, Elara reached the summit of the highest peak, her heart pounding with anticipation as she gazed out at the world below. The swirling mist parted before her, revealing a panorama of breathtaking beauty. Verdant valleys stretching out as far as the eye could see, towering mountains rising majestically into the sky, and rivers winding their way through the landscape like veins of liquid silver. In that moment of epiphany, as she stood amidst the swirling mists and shifting shadows, Elara felt a sense of clarity wash over her like a cleansing tide, for she knew that she had finally found what she had been searching for, not just the answers she sought, but also a sense of peace and acceptance within herself. With trembling hands and a heart overflowing with emotion, Elara raised her voice to the heavens, her words a melody of triumph and liberation. "I reclaim my voice," she declared, her voice echoing off the towering peaks and reverberating through the valleys below. "No longer shall I be bound by the echoes of the past, for I am free to embrace my true self." And as her words echoed through the mountains, carried away on the wind like a song of victory, Elara felt a weight lift from her shoulders, a burden lifted from her soul, for she knew that she had finally found her place in the world, no longer lost amidst the echoes of the past, but instead standing tall and proud atop the highest peak, her spirit ablaze with the light of self-discovery. With a sense of peace and contentment burning bright within her heart, Elara turned away from the summit, her gaze fixed firmly on the horizon, for she knew that the journey ahead would be long and arduous, filled with challenges and triumphs beyond imagining. But she also knew that she was not alone, that the echoes of the past might linger in the shadows, but they could never drown out the song of her true self. And as she ventured forth into the unknown, guided by the light of hope and determination, Elara knew that she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, for she had reclaimed her voice, no longer bound by the echoes of the past, but instead embracing her true identity with open arms. And with that newfound sense of clarity and purpose burning bright within her heart, she set out to explore the world, eager to discover what wonders awaited her on the journey ahead. As Elara descended from the lofty heights of the mountain peak, and made her way back to her village. A sense of purpose and fulfillment burned brightly within her. The echoes of her journey lingered in the air, a silent testament to the trials she had faced and the truths she had uncovered along the way. Upon her return, Elara gathered the villagers around her, her voice ringing out clear and true amidst the cacophony of voices that filled the air. With each word she spoke, she shared her tale of self-discovery, of the trials and tribulations she had faced, and of the epiphany she had experienced to top the highest peak. Her words were a melody of truth and self-acceptance, a symphony of courage and determination that resonated deep within the hearts of all who listened. And as she spoke, she saw the spark of inspiration ignite within the eyes of her fellow villagers, their hearts stirred by her words and their souls awakened to the possibility of embracing their own identities amidst the chaos of the world. For Elara's tale was not just a story of personal triumph, but a beacon of hope for all who struggled to find their place in a world filled with echoes and whispers. And as she watched her fellow villagers embrace their true selves with open arms, she knew that her journey had not been in vain. Though the echoes of Echo's gift still lingered in the air, Elara had found her own voice, a voice that resonated with the truth of who she was and who she had always been meant to be. And as that voice echoed throughout the land, it carried with it a message of hope and inspiration, a melody of truth and self-acceptance that touched the hearts of all who heard it. And so, as the sun set on the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Elara stood tall amidst the villagers, her spirit ablaze with the light of self-discovery. For she knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, she would always have her voice, a voice that echoed with the resonance of truth and the power of self-acceptance. Entering the world of Get Sleepy Cozy feels like stepping into a realm of tranquility and warmth. Here, time flows gently like a small stream in the deep woods, softly and quietly. Every chilly morning sunbeam is welcomed by the warmth of soft knit blankets and the gentle aroma of tea. It's not just a stop on a journey here. It's a sanctuary for the soul, where you can immerse yourself in soothing memories or dreams. The distant lapping of waves, the gentle caress of the wind on your skin, or the chirping of birds in the serene landscape, all combine to create a truly unique and relaxing atmosphere. With captivating stories and soothing voices, Get Sleepy Cozy is not just about sleep. It's about relaxation and completeness. Join us in exploring and savoring every moment of life as you step into this world where worries fade away, leaving only joy and tranquility. Welcome to Get Sleepy Cozy, where sleep becomes a memorable adventure.